What's going on, everybody? Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to get right into it, keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. We're going to be discussing the case study website, which is the Champlin Outdoor Services website. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know what that site's all about, but I'm going to be sharing with you some of the work that's been done to the site thus far this past month, the earnings for the month of March, as well as some of the earnings so far here in the month of April, and basically how the site has been affected and how the earnings overall have been affected with the whole situation at hand, but also more importantly, how the weather and its changes have affected the revenue of the site. So I'm also going to share with you some of the rankings as well with some of the new pages that were built and a few other things like that. So without further ado, let's hop into my computer and break this all down. All right, so we are going to start off with some Semrush data, and I want to show you guys some of the changes that have been occurring regarding at least the data with the link aggregators, not so much what's going on with the site and website visitors, but I think a lot of this has to do with the current situation at hand with the economy kind of just being on hold. So the other day, or about 4 or 5 days ago, I made a post in our Facebook group here on March 29th, and the traffic cost valuation, which is essentially their measurement for how much your keywords are worth, and if you wanted to have ads be running for those keywords, it would cost you roughly this much to get this much traffic if you were to run ads rather than acquire the traffic organically by building out pages manually and building links. The amount of traffic was 1,300 roughly, and then 359 keywords. Now we go over here today, and today's the 3rd of April. Traffic cost has gone down by $700 a month, which is what the value is here. So my assumption with this is probably going to be related to ad costs going down because the whole economy is kind of on hold for the next couple weeks with just everything that's going on. So that's the likely reason for that. However, things are not really slowing down a whole lot, and you'll see in just a minute here when I show you the earnings from the month of March and also what's been going on so far here in April. But also the traffic on their data here has gone down a little bit as well, down to 995. But the amount of keywords we're now ranking for has gone up by 7 to 366 keywords. So the one thing I do want to note regarding these keywords is that a lot of them are not necessarily buyer-centric keywords, where it's city plus service or service near me or something like that. A lot of the keywords that Semrush pulls out seem to be just related to the service, but not necessarily buyer-centric. So that's where a lot of these keywords seem to come in at. So as a whole, the previous month was $390.54 in earnings between all of the current sites that I have at the moment. And if we come over here to the Excel spreadsheet that I have set up specifically for the Champlin site, you can see here a total of 16 paid leads last month, and that number should actually be 19. 3 of the form leads that came in were actually unpaid due to just an administrative error. So it is what it is. So it'd probably be $15 to $30 more for this one site here. But either way, we had 6 paid calls. So a grand total of 16 leads, which had brought in $179.55. And the average lead value, $11.22. So with website hosting and outsourcing a service on Legit for a GMB ranking service, which I believe is like $15 or something like that, that's about $25 worth of expenses, dropping it down to $154.39 for the month. So not bad though, considering that this was a really weird month. We're talking good weather earlier in the month, so things started warming up, the snow was melting, and then right about the time that the whole economy was put on hold, essentially, the weather got crappy and things slowed down quite a bit. And if the weather warms up and then stays nice and the economy is able to finally function again, then I definitely foresee this number here for the month of April going to at least 250, if not close to 500 for the month of April, and especially into May as well, because that's going to be the heart of peak season for the landscape niche. So be sure to be subscribed so that way you know when the newest updates here on the case study site are going to be shared here on the channel and all the other content that I share as well. So now moving into some of the other things that were done to the site to further expand its reach were additional pages for the services that are underneath the category of landscaping and just outdoor services in general. And one of those pages is for retaining walls and retaining wall builders, retaining wall installers. And this is the reason that I say to build an MVP and just stick with the MVP until that main homepage is ranking, or those 1 to 3 pages are ranking, and then you expand out, because as soon as this page is indexed, we're here in the number 1 spot. No links were built to this page to get it here to the number 1 spot. It's just having trust and authority in the existing site that this lower competition keyword where we built a page that's just simply where we told Google exactly what they wanted to hear, which is what this page is all about, then boom, we're already here in the number 1 spot. Similar case here with paver installers, sitting in the number 2 spot, just right behind Home Advisor. Got the GMB up here as well. And then for hydro seeding, we get the number 1 spot for both the GMB and the organic right down here as well. And then same thing here for the sod page as well, where we have the number 1 spot for the Google My Business and the organic traffic, and even the home page is here as well. So we're sitting pretty good here at this point, at least for these services. And now it's kind of a waiting game for the weather and, of course, the economy to essentially be able to open up again. So the next step with this particular site is going to increase the ranking of the concrete contractor page, which is this one right here. So it's just plain, just regular text content, some imagery, checklist of all the services, and then a little bit more content. So currently for some of its main keywords, which are these 5 main services of stamped concrete, concrete repair, concrete patio, concrete driveway, and concrete contractor, we're as high as the number 4 spot here for stamped concrete, and then concrete repair, I believe we are in the number 3 spot. Then for concrete patio, I believe we're down here in the number 7 spot. Same thing for concrete driveway and concrete contractor. So we're going to hop over here to Legit, and we're going to purchase this gig here from Surpass. And this particular vendor is on my list of recommended vendors and outsourcers on Legit. If you want to get access to that list, there's a link right below this video where you can download that. But I also put a link here to this particular vendor because he does great work. And you can see that just in the reviews down here. And I have a ton of them because he actually just completed a crap ton of orders for me that I placed a couple weeks ago. And so we're going to place this order right here, and I'll see you on the other side of the transaction. All right, so the order is complete. What we need to do now is start the order. And so what we need to do is just grab our URL, come back here to Concrete Contractors, kind of type that in. And so for our anchor text, we're just going to go with the exact match anchors that we want to have this site rank for. So if you were doing this with a new site, you would definitely want to mix in like URL anchors and some other descriptive type anchors, such as best concrete company, for example, or visit website, that sort of stuff. But there are hundreds of links going to this particular site. We don't need to worry a whole lot about an unbalanced anchor text profile at this point in time. So we're going to do concrete contractors in Champlin, because again, we want it to flow. It makes sense when Google has their bots crawling that particular site. And then the next one is going to be, we'll just do concrete driveway. Champlin. Now, next one's going to be concrete patio. So we're going to do concrete patio installers Champlin MN. And then next up, we're going to do repair concrete Champlin. And lastly, we're going to just do stamped concrete Champlin MN. So there we go. We have concrete contractors in Champlin, concrete driveway Champlin, concrete patio installers in Champlin, repair concrete Champlin, and then stamped concrete Champlin. So next thing to do is just click the box, click save, and then we just wait for them to fulfill the order. So once the order is done, usually within a couple days, depending on when they built their links, is when you will see changes in the search results. So I definitely foresee this particular page hopefully outranking Angie's List for this particular search result here for concrete repair. And then for stamped concrete should hopefully take the #1 spot. That would be sweet because we're already in the 4th spot. Concrete contractors and concrete driveway and concrete patio a little more competitive, so we'll see where we end up. But I will keep you guys up to date here on the channel with the progress with this particular site. And if you want to see the latest happenings with this particular site and all the other content that I share here on my channel regarding my entire digital marketing business, be sure to go down below, smash that subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when the newest content comes live. And also, if you liked this type of content, I'd appreciate if you went down below, dropped a like on this video. And if you'd like to get step-by-step training and coaching, learning how to build websites like this from scratch, ranking them in the organic search results, and monetizing them with a local affiliate or lead gen offer, there's a link right down below to my course where you can get access to that guided step-by-step training and coaching and a whole lot more. So with that said, I will see you in the next video.